you doing this to me? What did I do to you for you to do this to me? Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today's video is a little bit of a different setup. I'm doing a story time, as you can tell by the title of this video. So I just wanted to be in a more personal space so you guys can really hear me, really understand what I'm saying. And yeah, so make sure you guys subscribe to my channel while you're here, join the family, and hit that notification bell to get a notification every time I post a new video. I posted on my Instagram story and asked you guys, what should I post? What do you want to see? And I got a lot of people who said story time. So I feel like I'm a pretty good storyteller, and I don't want to say like my life is crazy, but I got there on some pretty funny stuff. Not necessarily funny, like this topic isn't funny, but I look back at it and I laugh now because it was insane that I was going through that. I just have a lot of crazy stories. Like, my life is pretty interesting. So if you want more story times, just comment down below if you end up enjoying this one. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about my bullying experience in this one specific time where I got bullied and my Snapchat got hacked. Yeah, cyberbullying is a real thing, y'all, and this is not something that is okay at all. For anyone out there who has experienced any type of bullying, whether it's verbal bullying, cyberbullying, or physical bullying, you need to understand that you cannot let those moments define you. You should take that experience and kind of see how it makes you stronger. Just understand that you'll get through it. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to let someone know, because that was something that I struggled with. I never told anybody, and me not telling anybody just dug myself into a deeper hole, not just because of my bullies, but just because I was fighting the battle with myself as well. So seek help. Tell someone. If they don't do anything, go higher up. Reach out to someone, talk to them about it, tell them how you feel, because it's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to let that ruin who you are or take away from your self-worth. And don't let, just like I said, don't let that moment define you, because I didn't let it define me at first. Sis wasn't doing good, but afterwards I finally understood that I can't let this define me. I should honestly use this as motivation for me to go harder in everything that I do. So first things first, I've been bullied. Well, I was bullied. Well, I was bullied from all the way from elementary school up until high school and into college. In elementary school, it all started when I started doing pageants, and one day me and my parents, we both forgot to take off my car magnet. When you do parades and pageantry, usually it's best if you get a car magnet and it has your picture on it, your title, your name, so people know who you are. You're not just a pretty girl with a crown and banner just waving at people. At least people can see who you are. So I had just got done a parade and I forgot that we left it there. So I came to school and people saw me coming up in the car and getting out of the car with this car magnet with a girl in a crown and banner, and it was me. And this big old blown out picture of me, and they're like, why are you doing all that? Like, you're doing too much, you're showing off, and da 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 da. And ever since then, things went downhill. It really didn't start getting really bad. In elementary school, I survived. I did a lot of dumb stuff to fit in so people could stop thinking about me as a pageant girl, the only pageant girl in school who thinks she's better than everybody else, and start thinking of me as the same exact person. So I used to do a lot of dumb stuff to fit in. In middle school, that's when it really got bad. It was to the point where I was eating lunch by myself. I had a group of girls telling me that I was on probation and I needed to give them reasons why they should even think about being my friend again. Wow, what losers. But yeah, it was just really bad. In middle school, I was just so like sad. It was to the point where one of the girls was trying to get physical, and I wasn't the physical type. I wasn't really the type to want to fight anybody. I was I was a lover, not a fighter. So I ended up telling one of my friends who actually didn't go to the same school as me, but she was way tougher than I was, man. She did not play that. She didn't take nothing from nobody, and she was like my bodyguard. But she was my bodyguard in middle school, and I told her what they was doing to me finally, because one of them was trying to get physical with me, and I wasn't with none of that. I'm too pretty to do that. So I'm not too pretty, but fighting is not good at all. So I ended up telling one of my friends, and she was like, oh, tell her, don't send her the address to your house. Like, she was asking me for my address and everything, y'all. Like, she was really like trying to fight me. So I ended up telling my friend, and then the girl, turns out my bully, she didn't even really want to fight either. She was just doing the same thing, trying to fit in with her friends. And then her mom ended up coming too, and then I asked my mom to take me over there because I didn't know what was about to happen. I was just so confused. And then all of our moms ended up being there, and then one out of like 5 or 6 of my bullies, her mom checked her right then and there. I put it all out in the air that she was bullying me and she was doing this, that, and the third. And her mother checked her. Her mother got her right. And I got yelled at because I never told my mom. Eventually, my mom ended up finding out and went to the school. The school kind of didn't really do anything about it. So fast forward to high school. It wasn't that bad in high school. I was pretty like, I don't want to say I was well known, but a lot of people know me as the pageant girl, the good girl, who never really did anything, just all about pageants and da-da-da-da. So high school wasn't as bad, but I had a few issues with a couple people. A lot of people didn't like me for no reason. Now that I look back at it, it was just jealousy. It was just jealousy. Like, that's all it was, honestly, because I literally never did anything to anybody. Now fast forward to this specific time that we're going to talk about. Is my freshman year of college. So I went to a 4-year university. I went to East Stroudsburg University, which was about 2 hours, almost 2 hours from my home. And pretty much I was just still dealing with the people from back at home that I had issues with in the past. Not necessarily like going back and forth with them at the time, but just knowing that they had issues with me and they were unresolved issues. So I knew it was probably going to come back to me sooner or later. But I didn't really care. You know, I was in college finally. I got away from this hometown that did not like me. Like, nobody liked me. I had like 3 friends. So I was just like, okay, I'm finally getting away. I'm not going to worry about it. So fast forward maybe into like almost that close to the end of the first semester, I ended up going away for the weekend from school because a girl asked me to coach her for a pageant, and she lived close to my school. So her mom came and got me, and it wasn't like this was a random person I didn't know. I was close with them. My mom knew her mom and everything like that. So it wasn't like this is some random girl. She was younger than me, but it wasn't like she was a random girl or anything like that. Like I was going to these random people's house and I was about to get kidnapped. No. Like I knew who they were, and my parents knew that I was going. So because I did graduate high school at 16. So mind you, I was a freshman in college at 16 going on 17. So I was still young, and I ended up staying the weekend at their house and kind of had like a pageant boot camp. Also, by the way, she won the pageant. That's not relevant, but she won the pageant after I coached her. Just saying. But anyways, so I went there that weekend. Everyone was well aware that I was going there. My roommate at school, the friends that I did make up at school, they knew that I was going there. So pretty much everyone knew where I was going to be at. It wasn't like I was posting on social media saying, oh, I'm not going to be at school this weekend, I'm going to be away, so da-da-da-da. Like, it wasn't all my circle knew where I was and what I was doing, and that's all that mattered. Let me just say that. So then I went there and everything was all dandy and well, you know, we're coaching and all things are good, and The first night I went to sleep. I think I went there Friday night, went to sleep. The next morning coached her. Saturday night went to sleep. Sunday I was going to coach her one more time and then go back to school because I had an exam that Monday. So I went. This story is so crazy, y'all. I can't even believe I'm telling y'all this. But so I went to bed and I was knocked out. Like, I don't know what coaching made me so tired. I was knocked out, y'all. Like, I was done, out cold. My phone was vibrating. I didn't hear it. Usually if my phone's close to me, I hear it. But the way the room was set up, there was kind of like no way to have the phone next to me, directly next to me in bed. So like the room that I was sleeping in. So I kind of had it like on the nightstand, and my phone was on the nightstand. So yeah, when I'm sleeping at night, my phone is usually always on vibrate. I had an alarm set in the morning to get up for when we were gonna have our next coaching session, and I'm sleeping, and in the morning someone, I know who it is, but someone logs into my Snapchat and they post on my story a picture of me, and I'll insert the picture here, like exactly what it said, but it said, "Rest in peace to this beautiful angel," and it was my picture there. One from high school, I had them on Snapchat. I had a few pageant friends on Snapchat. I wasn't on Snapchat for like that crazy. As much as I was on Instagram, I wasn't on Snapchat like that. But for the most part, I was pretty like, I had a pretty good amount of people on my Snapchat who knew me personally, and people I obviously didn't know like that, but I knew of them. You know, social media, you kind of just add people because of mutual friends. So it wasn't like I had a lot of people on there, but I had quite a few people on there. The person who posted this posted multiple snaps of me saying "rest in peace." And at that point, I'm still sleeping, but the people on my Snapchat and my personal friend group are then calling me repeatedly, but I'm sleeping. The phone's on the nightstand. I'm not hearing it, but they're calling me repeatedly. My roommate was constantly calling me and texting me. Like friends from back at home were calling me and texting me. Like my small group of friends that I was still associating with were back at home texting me. People from my college were texting me, calling me. Yeah, so then when people saw that they weren't getting responses from me, they started swiping up and asking, like, is this a prank? What happened to her? People that didn't know. And the same person that posted that started responding, pretending to be my sister. So she was pretending to be my sister, she or he, whoever it was, like, I don't know, pretending to be my sister, and told people that I committed suicide. So this is where I was thrown off, because you're pretending to be my sister and then you're telling people I committed suicide. Why are you doing this to me? What did I do to you for you to do this to me? Literally, I was so confused. Like, why would someone do this to me? So they're telling my loved ones and the people who care about me, the people who I talk to every day, people I see every day, that I committed suicide. And I left a note. I left a note saying why I did it and all this crazy stuff. And she couldn't give more details because she was so heartbroken. Like, this person is literally playing the role of my sister. She's literally, I wish I still had the messages. Literally pretending to be my sister, telling people that I committed suicide. So at this point, one of my friends from back at home literally grew up together, and she calls my mom and says, "Hey, is Faith okay? Like, is everything all right?" And immediately My mom's like, what do you mean? Like, what's going on with her? Like, what do you mean, is she all right? Like, yeah, she's fine. She's training some girl for a pageant this weekend. Like, she's just not at school. Like, what's going on? And she's like, oh, okay, I just wanted to make sure. So my friend then now realizes that this isn't me. This isn't really happening. If my mom is over here saying like what's going on, then obviously she isn't really happening. Now, my mom was on the way to church. She was on the way to church. Now, let's go back to me and what's going on with me and where I'm at. So then, literally, like probably an hour passes by that this has been posted, this has been out. At this point, more people are starting to actually believe this, and they're actually starting to post rest in peace. Now, since my mom was driving, she's on the way to church. She like, she knows where I am and where I'm at, so she's not like 100% worried. But like after talking to her, she said like in the back of her mind, she's like, what is going on? So then my alarm goes off, and I finally wake up, and literally I had probably over 100 messages from people being tagged in posts saying rest in peace, all of this crazy stuff. So now I'm confused, like, I'm dead? Like, am I dreaming? What's going on? So then I finally, my roommate, she like blown up my phone so much. Like, I'm like, what is going on? So mind you, I go to my Snapchat and I'm logged out. So I'm like, what? So I call my roommate and she's bawling her eyes out. She's like, oh my gosh, like someone posted that, like that you were dead and da 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 da. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm alive. Like, you see me, right? You're not looking at a ghost. So then now, so after seeing that, I'm like, let me call my mother, because if people are saying this and someone tells like their mom, and their mom knows my mom and tells my mom is going to freak out. So I call my mom and I'm like, hey, like, did anybody call you? And she's like, yeah, like Kai called me asking if you were okay, like what's going on, like I'm on my way to church. And I'm like, Mom, someone posted that I was dead. Like, they posted rest in peace next to my name, and it was telling people that I committed suicide. My mom's livid, yo. She's going off. She's going insane. I'm like, calm down. Calm down. I'm changing my password now. I'm about to delete it. I'm about to tell everybody I'm alive. Like, so my mom's livid. And at this point, I felt bad because, you know, I'm supposed to be coaching this girl, and now I'm having to deal with all of this. So I'm embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is insane. Like, someone really did this to me. Like, what did I do? Like, at that point, I'm like, I thought I was done with this in high school. Like, I used to have people spreading rumors about me, like all types of crazy things. Like, just constantly, it's always something. And I thought I was done with this. I thought I was past this. I purposely left school early so I can be done with this nonsense, and it's still coming back. So after I got all of that resolved, I changed my password. Literally, it's some crazy password now. I probably don't even remember. So if I logged out of my Snapchat, that's it. That next weekend, I decided to come home. Just after experiencing all that, I just needed to be home with my parents, with my family. I just wanted to be home. So once we got home, I was baffled at what I saw. Someone egged my house. Someone literally threw eggs at my house, threw eggs at our cars, all in the same week, on the same time period. Someone had egged my house. And at that point, I was livid. I was like, all right, you know that I'm up at school. How did you know I was coming home, and how did you know I was going to see this? Or maybe you just didn't care and you just did it anyways just because you knew where I lived. So that's when I knew it was someone close to me, or that used to be close to me, someone that I knew personally. And yeah, that's the story. I didn't really experience, like, that was the last time I really got bullied in some way, shape, or form, or was antagonized by someone. Well, that wasn't the last time, but like that was the last time that it was that serious, to the point where it was just like, maybe we should consider calling the cops. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, why is someone really messing with me like this? What did I do? What did I do? I literally kept questioning, like, what did I do to deserve this? But then I realized it wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Some people are just that sick. Some people are just that jealous. Some people just have their own personal reasons. I will never be able to explain or understand why someone did that to me. But one thing I took from that was I can't trust everybody. I know that someone could have had my password from the past and could have remembered or could have kept it, or I don't know. But I know it was someone that was close to me, knew where I lived, knew my passwords, knew things about me that not everybody knows. So all I can say is that now I really feel like all of those situations, I took so much from them. Being bullied has made me stronger. If I can get through that, I can get through anything. Literally, someone messing with me and speaking that, putting rest in peace next to my name. I used to cry for weeks after that. For weeks. Because I just felt like someone was putting that into the atmosphere and something terrible was going to happen to me. And I used to be so paranoid. So paranoid. I used to never want to come back home because I felt like someone was watching me. I didn't really want to post on social media like that. I was devastated. But I also use that as motivation to take my experience and be able to teach someone else or be there for someone else who's experiencing the same things, especially those that are younger than me. So it was kind of, I took that year to really find myself and just understand who I was and what I was capable of, and understanding that I can't let moments like that define who I am, because they don't. And no one can define who Faith is but me. Life is what you make it, and I want to make the best of it, and I don't want to live my life scared of what someone's going to do to me, scared of what someone's going to say to me, scared of what someone's going to say about me. Because that doesn't matter. As long as I love myself and I'm okay with myself and I'm at one with myself, then that's all that matters. And I did a lot of praying that year. And the crazy thing is, I won my first international title that year. So that goes to say, you can do anything, okay? You can do anything you put your mind to. Just stay motivated and keep pushing, and don't let haters and people who envy you, don't let them get in your head. My mom literally had to tell me that all the time. Every time I was sad about what somebody said to me, said about me, even in that moment. People are literally doing this because they're jealous of you. They're jealous. They have things going on with themselves that they look at you and they wish they could be like you. That is one of the main reasons someone is bullying you. And that's why I will never be mad at my bullies. I will never be mad at the person who did this to me. I will never be mad. They could have had their own personal reasons for doing it, and I will never understand that. Was it okay? No. Are they still doing it? I don't know. But I continue to pray for them, and I continue to pray that God gives them the strength not to do that again to someone else, and gives them the strength to be okay with themselves and be secure with themselves, that they don't have to belittle anyone else. Those people who are bullying me and those people who did those things to me were trying to get me down, and baby, knock me down 9 times, but I get up 10, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I hope you learned from it. I don't want this to be something that's sad. I really wanted to just share my story and share one of the things that I've experienced. Looking at where I am now and looking at where I was, I am so grateful that I experienced the things that I did, because it showed me that I am strong and I can get through things, and sticks and stones will break my bones, but words won't hurt me. This is like so like all over the place. So not like, I did not plan this out because I just really wanted it to be real and you guys hear what I experienced and how I felt about it. Hope you enjoyed this story time. Make sure you comment down below if you want me to do more stories. I literally have stories for stories for stories for stories. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell to get a notification every time I post a new video. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna keep praying for all of you, and I hope you guys be praying for me, and continue to pray for those who do not like you, those who bully you, and those who hate you, because God does not like ugly, and God will deal with them. So just let God deal with it. Let God deal with it. He got you. He got you, boo. He got you. So you guys stay blessed, stay motivated, stay inspirational, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.